Okay, so it was requested that I do a tutorial on how to line purses. So what I have here is a small purse, and I've got it turned inside out. So I'll take the fabric. Now you can measure if you want to do exact measurements. What I did is I just basically sized it up. This is a polyester. It's got a little bit of a stretch, but not too much. The purpose I do liners in purses that are crocheted is to help prevent the stretching, give longevity of the product. So what I will do is I will anchor this down with some glue and then come over this and then just anchor that in and try to get as close to the edge as possible. And if you want to even give it another hem like so, you can do that just to give a neater hem on the side. Like, nobody's going to be looking inside your purses, but it depends on how picky you are. I'm just showing you how I do them. Now, as to the bottom, I have created a hem here. I glued it down, and the glue that I'm using now, you can use fabric glue. It is a little more pricey, but I'm using this, which is supposed to have less stringiness for glue gun type of glue sticks. So what I will do is, to start, I have started at the top, and then I will just put some string and glue, reach behind it, press it in. It's really quite simple. And then depending on which direction you go, you just sort of press it down as you apply it, which I will show here in a minute. And at the bottom, I will just tuck that. I will tuck that at the bottom at the end. So I'm starting, and again, this is just to give you a general idea of how I do this. And I'm going to also apply a pocket. That's another thing that I like to have liners in purses, because I like to put pockets inside pockets. Okay, so get my glue gun here. Try to sit down without. All right. So I'll go up underneath, and again, this is completely up to you. Now we'll turn it over just to make sure that I've got a nice, I want a good tuck at the top. The center part isn't, you don't have to be as efficient. Now we'll add some directly to the item on this strap handle that's on the inside. Just make sure that lays down good on the handle. Just kind of hold it down just a little bit at a time. I just want to make sure that I get these edges at the top. So that you don't have anything open at the top. Now this does have a little bit of the older glue stick that I use, so don't judge the stringiness on that, because I am just now starting to get to the new, so I had a little bit of an older stick still on this, but this particular glue stick is supposed to be less stringy, so we shall see. And then kind of go down the edges here, but I don't go down all the way, because I want to make sure that I'm adding some in the middle. And then, so I go down about halfway. Just kind of smooth it out as you go along. And again, you can choose to sew if that's your preference. I'm just doing this quick, easy way to do this. Now on the pockets, it's actually preferable to, when you do the pockets, actually sew a little bit on the corner of the pockets, depending on what you're going to be using it for. If you're going to be using it for coins, which I don't recommend, that's going to have a little bit more weight. And for inexpensive glue, it might have some give. fabric glue I think would hold up probably a little bit better. But for me, I just use them for like my library card or my debit card, stuff like that, ID card. And also, it is recommended to put a snap on your inside pocket or some Velcro, so in case your purse dumps over, stuff doesn't fall out. But I haven't had any issue because I always add a snap. But if you're not going to have something that secures your purse on the top, you probably want to use some Velcro or a button. You just come down here, just kind of glue it as you go along. Okay, so now that I've got this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over. Okay, so I'm going to pull this one over last. So I'm going to work on this side over here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that I secure on the side now really good as in fact, I might just kind of make sure that is tucked down. I don't want any bulky things right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go up in here on that edge, right up in there, and then I'm going to pull this just a little bit as I turn it. Just kind of hold it down whenever you apply glue. Hold it down for at least a few seconds. Okay, make sure that's up here at the top. It's a little dark on the camera. Right up here at the top. I'm going to tuck that in. Nice and neat at the top there. You don't want it too tight, but so that it anchors down snugly. Okay, so then now just go down a little bit more around this edges of where this strap is on the side. Come down here. Alright, so now I'm going to pull up and over, kind of line it up here at the top, and then just sort of tuck it down around that purse strap on the side there. Hold it down just for a few seconds, and then make sure you got this top up here. Always want to make sure you get that top really good. So you kind of get the general idea, and you just sort of work your way across down here. I have to pause and take a phone call. Okay, let's see. So back to this, just sort of going to, I don't want to go too, just do it a little bit at a time. I'm needing another glue stick already. And a little bit on here. Just kind of hold it down. It's hot, but not too terribly hot. Some people are more sensitive than others, but do be careful with glue sticks. And a little bit down here at the bottom. Okay. So you get the general idea, though, on how this is done. I don't think I need to show doing the whole thing unless you just like to watch, but I don't like the videos to be too terribly long. Okay, so I've just got up around the edges there, and so now I'm going to do is maybe tuck this corner a little bit, and then I'm going to bring this over and tuck it, just tuck that down just a little tiny bit. Okay, glue that down, and then go at the bottom and just glue the rest of that down. Close this up good.